Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, episode 10 and 11, and everything else that's been going on in Huntsville world because it's so much. I don't even know where to begin.
Listen, so before we get started, you were
out. Okay, say your part. Thank you.
Okay. So anyway, y'all were on your way out for the holiday to do your thing out in the cabin. And I'm on my way home and I was like, let me stop at the store. So I'm like walking through the Bell's outlet, listening to Jay Lee and the whole, oh, I had a glass already, but thank you. And the whole thing was like popping up. I'm in the store like, what's going on? Then when I got home and watched the actual episode, it was so boring.
It was boring. It was so much. Like you sent it to me, and then right after you sent it to me, Jane sent it to me. So then I had to. It was so many videos everywhere.
You know what's happening right now? Love and Marriage Huntsville, unfortunately, is better on live on Instagram than it is on the show.
Oh my goodness. It's so much. So Martell and Marceau got into a fight, and Wanda and Mel, or something like Wanda was gonna attack Mel from behind. I don't know if that's what started the fight, because we can't see it until next season. And then I had to hear a Stormy version of what happened. And then Wanda left the dang on thing up. She thought she had shut it off, but she kept on talking, and we were trying to listen to the background and hear Kimmy
is constantly on live, constantly. And I follow Martell and Mel and Stormy. I can't wait to get my hands on some of Stormy stuff and see what it do. But I don't follow Wanda. I can't stand Wanda. Wanda annoys the shit out of me. Wanda is always on my timeline talking. That part right there, that part.
Child, it's too much. And you know what? I don't even think I follow none of them. But you ain't got to.
But you don't be on Instagram. Like Instagram, like, you know, I'm an Instagram person. I'm not a Facebook person. You don't be on social media, really.
No. But I get all my tea from because let me tell you, Jay Lee had that stuff lined up. She set that story up real nice.
Shout out to my girl Jay Lee, because I don't know how she works that hard. I don't know how she does it.
Man. Jay Lee did it for me. She did it for me.
I don't know how I would get through most days without her, honestly, because she keeps me like, I'm a big fan of all the ladies first panel. I listen to them all. But I'm like, that damn Jay Lee don't miss nothing. I appreciate her keeping me abreast of everything that was going on. But I mean, that's what I said. I was listening to her when the shit popped up, but she had everybody's live already.
Girl, she had it lined up. And that damn Stormy had me laughing so damn hard. I'm sorry. And look,
what y'all say. I love Stormy, and I think she is cute as she want to be.
She is cute. Now y'all gonna get off of Stormy. Don't be talking about why she ain't jump in. She ain't need to jump in. Mel had that handle. Why she don't need to jump in?
And this is another thing y'all messy ass people want to say. Mel and Martell are back together. Mel and Martell did exactly what they supposed to do. They always, like, I know it pisses her off. So I used to have in my previous relationship, a really good friend of my kid's father. He was supposed to be his boy, but he would always like take advantage of the opportunity to talk down on him. And I'm like, at the end of the day, like, regardless to what it is, we're a team over here. Like, I don't know what you want me to say about my kid's father, whether we're together or not. That's not what it's going to be. And so just because Mel decided to keep her kids, I mean, she doesn't want her kids to see their daddy out there being attacked by the Scotts and that bullshit that they do.
Girl, I want to know what happened. I want to see it. And I gotta wait a whole season.
I would say probably what happened was Mel decided to confront Wanda about what she said about Sugar Mama. I don't know. When I see that child singing Sugar Mama, that's all I need in my life. But Wanda, this is the thing. Y'all can let Wanda, do too much. And now we gotta sit up here with Wanda and the rest of her hillbilly ass clan. For what? Because it's unnecessary. Y'all let Wanda she gets on live daily after every episode of Huntsville. She gets on live talking shit. They can't stand Mel, and clearly they can't stand Martell either. So y'all supposed to be this man's friend, but you want to beat him down while he's down. Y'all want to stomp all on him while he's down, and then expect him not to spill it. And I think that's probably, Marcel is feeling the heat.
I want to see it.
I'll bet you don't. I bet you don't. I bet you don't.
Well, now then Martell came out and said Wanda was fired. Then Marcel came out and said, despite people titles, Wanda will be taping with us. Then we had Marcel.
Well, we're so excited about that.
Then we had Marcel and Tisha and Maurice and Kimmy on the boat. Did you see that video?
I seen that video of this nigga's back looking like that bike on the man that was in the bed with whoever it was that he was supposed to be like. What are they supposed to be doing?
Child. That was a waste of time.
I seen Marcel sit up there and say if he heard any rumors, he gonna leave Tisha's ass high and dry. He ain't gonna be out here looking a damn fool.
And he meant
heard
that.
him say that too.
He meant that. Well, you sent it to my, you gotta leave me. No, he's serious about that. He said he ain't gonna be a fool like you, Tisha.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. And then, girl, Keisha friend called Wanda's phone. Did I send you that? Keisha Irvin friend called called Wanda.
Is that the one she wants to sue now? She wants to sue somebody?
She can't sue that woman. That woman ain't do nothing to her, but that was the funniest kind. If I didn't send that to you.
She was in Huntsville this weekend. I told her she'd do a live every day. So she was in Huntsville showing that she was doing her
I seen that.
Okay.
She didn't even have her name right. You know, she was all the way wrong.
Well,
and it wasn't a blogger. She's not a blogger. It wasn't Keisha.
How many people? So many people. So apparently, because I was listening to one of Bondi's lives, and this lady, you know how like she'll let people call in at the end. So this lady called in and said she DM'd Wanda and Wanda called her back. And
somebody said that on Jamie's live.
It's the same different person. It's the same lady. And she said that this woman was like telling all the business.
Yeah. She said she called Wanda and said, well, why are you talking all that stuff? I heard that Tisha had a man and somebody she knew said Tisha be laid up over her cousin's house and Wanda called her. And she got the tea on everything. And she had the receipts.
That's her.
So Keisha friend, she ain't tell us how, but something probably alive or something Wanda did. Wanda didn't left her number out where you could see. And so Keisha friend just happened to call just to see was that her number, and Wanda sure enough answered the phone. So then she had me dying. She like, oh shoot, this her. So what am I gonna say? So then she said, I'm trying to call you because I want to know, do you do catering? I'm trying to get somebody from my mama.
Right. So Wanda talking about, I knew what it was.
She didn't know.
She did not know.
She did not know.
She out here running her damn mouth, and you know she do.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was
funny. If I had to live I laughed so hard. I was living in Bessemer, Alabama, and I mean, it was shade to y'all in Bessemer, but it don't look like y'all got shit to do. So Wanda is it. She's a starer over there with her baked potatoes loaded with food.
Well, episode 10, 11 roll through this. Let me give you a quick little summary of 10 because that happened a while. But like I said, I was in the woods and Wanda and them was acting a fool. So we got to catch up, okay? So
Wanda had everybody working on the holiday weekend.
Girl, I said, Wanda ain't finna have me. Now I got my notes, but I just, come on now.
Whoa.
So Wanda was, finishing up acting a fool at Jalen party. And Marcel was upset. He's like, Tisha allows her to do this stuff. And, at this point, she's the only one who could set them boundaries. It's true.
Kind of, but in this situation, I'm gonna blame Kimmy because Kimmy ain't had no business asking Wanda to come to that party.
You're right about that. And I thought we agreed last season or the season before that she was sanctioned from all the parties. But
she was sanctioned until that picture of Maurice came out. Now Kimmy is backpedaling and pussy popping. Shout out to Fucking Not Eva, but she's acting real different now. Now we won't party at Wanda at the events. When I thought she was sanctioned from the event.
She was sanctioned, that's what we said. Well, Marcel say, look, her mama is the one trying to destroy our marriage. Her mama the one bringing all this stuff to her. She's more toxic than anyone we be around, okay? And he let Maurice know, look here, we going on this Atlanta trip and I ain't worried about not going. Cause he like, make sure Tisha okay with that, with all the everything going on. He like, I got Tisha under control. We good. I said what I said, I'm going.
You know what's funny about that? Because I had to think about it. As much as I can't stand Wanda, if my daughter was married to someone whose business kept getting put out on the internet, I might confront him about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not in the Wanda way, but ain't no way in hell my son-in-law gonna be butt-ass naked in the bed with somebody on the internet and I'm not gonna come question it or bring it to my daughter. So Marcel, as much as I can't stand Wanda, you're the reason why your family is being destroyed. Don't put that on her because she did honestly exactly what she was supposed to do as a mother.
I know my mama would have questioned.
Yeah, that ain't what you want. Mine would have too, though, but I feel like I would do the same thing. Like I said, not in the Wanda way. Now, the way your mama would have did it would have been a little bit more similar to the way Wanda did it. But I cannot seeing my son-in-law on the damn internet every other day, cheating this, cheating that, without me going, what's up, yo? Like, what's happening? Because every time I turn on my computer,
and the thing is, when she was confronting him in that kitchen, I felt like he was so disrespectful by the way he was answering. Like, you do need to answer some of these questions, though. Like, don't keep playing games with people like that, because everybody ain't for that.
Much like played into what she was saying and led her to believe that he could have been somewhere. Like, even the way she related, even though he didn't say it like that, that's kind of how he implied it.
Right.
So she just related, like, I'm reading between the lines, nigga. You was in Atlanta and this whole shit came out at the same time. And like miraculously, some nigga with ears and a back and a bald head like you ended up on the internet. Looked like you.
And you didn't tell her you was down there with Chris. And look, Chris said he wasn't in Atlanta.
Don't be in Atlanta and I didn't know about it. You really went up there for a turnaround? Like, you didn't say
he was in Atlanta with Chris, right?
Why don't I know that?
Chris said he went in Atlanta. Chris went on there and said he ain't been in Atlanta. So you lied, Marceau.
But even I was down there with Chris. Why is you and Chris getting in the car for a 3-hour drive and you ain't saying, hey, me and Chris are about to ride up to Atlanta. I'm going to be mad because that's random.
Chris said, don't put me in the middle of that shit.
I don't blame
you. I already got enough problems going on in my home. You're not finna put me in the middle of that. Okay? So,
it was messed up the way he was saying it, though. He didn't say me and Chris went to Atlanta.
He didn't. He said I was with a friend.
A certain friend. and this friend, and she said, what friend?
Yep. Yep. He said nobody got time for them kind of games. Your marriage is the way it is because of you.
In the words of Wanda, that part right there.
Tiffany and Kimmy, they made up real quick, basically quick little conversation. Louis say she too busy to have a baby. Okay. And Kimmy
they
like
are clinging to Kimmy in the light of all the shit that popped off to avoid having other conversations. Tiffany, the same person that they couldn't stand before, now has become the go-to when it's time to film.
Yeah. Because it's neutral ground. It's neutral.
We don't have to talk about our shit.
Yeah. Kimmy let them know, she having a baby it's a lot of work. You talking about starting over school, homework, and if you ain't got time now for your husband, if you could carve out time for a baby, you carve out her time for your husband, pretty much is what she said. Okay. And then they bring up that little Atlanta trip.
Well, you know what I want to say about that though, before you move forward, Kimmy, I don't know how old Kimmy is. I feel like she's somewhere in the same neighborhood as me. And that's not the same thing as being 34. So regardless of how you feel about Tiffany, the fact that she wants a baby at 34 is not that strange to me.
Is it that we don't believe that she's 34? Is that
we
can't get past?
She was born in 1987.
I think we hear what she say, and we not putting the connection of 34 and Tiffany together. I think that's what's throwing people off. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, 34 was younger than I was when I had D. You know what I'm saying? So I understand her wanting to have a baby at that age.
Especially based on how everything, like she had a baby when she was real young. And
right, same thing.
Like in this type of situation. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on with her and Louis. They need to work on that before she have a baby. But nobody has time for a baby until they have one. And then...
Well, you know what, Kimmy? He threw that baby on you, so you raised a monster. Because he sure went to law school.
We're not talking about me. We're talking about Tiffany.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Monster ain't even that time.
We left Monster and Sequoia, Sakana, Sequita. What's her name? Wakaiwa? Wickawa? What's her name?
Kiowa.
Kiowa. We left her Monster back there in season 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we forgot, I guess, Kimmy. She said Atlanta ain't no good idea. They don't need to be doing that. You keep talking about Maurice didn't know. I beg a difference. Maurice well knew.
Why she keep saying that?
Maurice well knew. Maurice went to Marcel was like.
Because if my man would have looked at me and said, I know, I would have been like.
Right. You knew. Marcel and him, they had that kind. He didn't say, hey, Martell just asked me about, no, he said Martell called and he mentioned the Atlanta trip. You already knew about it. Y'all knew about it.
Maurice had that same look on his face as he had when that nigga sat up there and said he ain't never had no interaction with the side chick. I've seen that face before. That's the same. I didn't even know that we were supposed to be going to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. And at the same thing, we talk about Tisha. But Maurice said he was going to. He was just going you, and you was going to let him go.
Maurice is doing shit like, hey, surprise, we got suitcases. I'm going to take you on a weekend trip. So
that's why he took her. That's why he took her, because he knew this trip was going to come up. He had to butter it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So Martell go get a tutor to help.
You can go on a trip to Atlanta. Butter me up first.
Yeah. Martell get a tutor to help get his home builder's exam to get through that. Okay, so he can get his license.
Let's hope it's a real thing. Shout out to what's her name, Melanika.
So the streets was saying that Because you got to go back and forth with what's going on today.
Why?
The streets was saying that the real reason Martell couldn't get his license is because he got that felony. Because rewind it when we first have found out about Martell. I said Maurice Martell. Remember that story a long time ago? Him and his uncle had took the
and I
thing.
did hear that. I did hear the streets talk about that. I don't know that that's a thing though, because I
I'm gonna have to
know
look it up.
I don't know that that's the thing, and then maybe it's from state to state. I don't know about Atlanta, but you can like get your barbering license here with a felony, which means you can like use tools that are quite dangerous, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like the razors and shears and all of that stuff. So why would you not be able to do real estate? Like there's nothing dangerous about that.
Fraud.
Oh, okay. Well, see, criminal. I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook.
Okay. So
I mean, I really hope that's not the case, because at the end of the day, I'm really tired of Martell being such a punk. Like, I want him to get his license and do some shit. Like, I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
Him and Mel are done. We don't have to stay stuck. Coleslaw is over there doing whatever the hell she's doing over there.
Ain't doing shit. Ain't doing shit. She on here watching the show like we is. She ain't doing shit. Speaking of Mel's changing her name from Hope back to her maiden name. But really she going by her middle name, right? Cherie, Melanie Cherie. Right. So in addition to changing her name, she also had to change the name of her skincare product because that was him and her together. So she changed that. So now she's 7th Avenue and she's having a relaunch party for her skincare line. Okay.
I'm glad she did that.
Yeah, she said y'all can have that. She was like, watch me work.
But I don't want to move into my future with Martell's name attached to my shit. Like he's attached to my kids. I don't want him attached to my business.
Right.
And it's way bigger now than it was then. Like then it was an unknown business. Now we know all about it.
Right, because now we all know Mel. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so we at this party, her relaunch party. We got Tiffany, Kimmy, Stormy, and Kiki.
And Bondi.
Oh yeah, Bondi was there. Yeah, I did see Bondi.
Bondi was there all up in the scenes, chit-chatting, looking cute.
So Kiki came in being extra.
Girl.
Kiki came in.
Like, I ain't like her that day. I ain't like her.
She was like, hey, Stormy girl, like, you remember me? I'm sure you remember me when I say my name. I'm Kiki, Tisha's cousin. I was like, that's how you say hello? Yeah.
At first I thought, because I love me some Stormy. At first I thought she was being rude. But then when I watched it again, she went straight into, I heard y'all was talking about me.
A whole lot of conversation like, when I went around. Yeah.
Nothing to do that.
And Stormy did her little dance.
Like, I don't know you, like that hug thing, like chill with that. All up in my bubble.
Stormy was like, I don't have no respect for anyone that would do that to their family. Okay. And then she's sitting up there talking to Kimmy, and she like, Stormy sitting up there giving me dry shade, and she dismissed me. And Kimmy was like, she's sitting right here. You talking about her? She's sitting right here.
I have a question. What is dry shade? What's the difference between like regular shade and dry shade? Because it was all shade. I don't know if it was dry or not.
Hell. I thought shade was in the shade. I don't know. I don't know.
I did not miss the shade. I actually appreciate the shade because, bitch, you're not gonna hug me and then try to bring me in some bullshit.
Like you finna check me real quick because that's what came across. Child. Well, after Mel did her presentation, Kiki wanted to talk to Kimmy alone. I don't know why she thought checking Kimmy was gonna go the way that she thought it was gonna go. Like
Kind of had a moment sitting up there dressed like Miss Wanda in that sparkly blue dress.
she got her together real quick.
Call her solid gold dancer because she showed up as a solid gold dancer also. I do remember you said somebody was dressed like a solid gold dancer, and so was Kiki dressed like a solid gold dancer.
Kiki looked better at her house when she was unpacking than she did coming to the party.
That ponytail was working my nerves.
Girl.
Her edges looked a little gritty. Like, I don't know what gel she was using, but it wasn't.
She need to go holler at Summer Stormy hair care products. I'm sure she got something for that.
Why did you ask her about that? I bet you she would have stayed there and talked to you. I'm just saying.
Well, Kimmy got her together real quick. She was like, I don't know why you acting surprised that we were surprised that you was at Mayo, because girl, you ain't been to nothing. I've been here and you ain't been to nothing. And she tried to put that on. She ain't been to nothing else because Tisha didn't want her to go around Mel because her and Tisha didn't get along. But Tisha and Mel got along beforehand and you wasn't at that either. So okay.
Well, from what back to the streets again, because the streets got a lot more information than what they serving up over here. But apparently, Kiki did provide receipts that she was actually invited to everything, but she chose not to go because she was showing loyalty to Tisha. Kimmy should understand that because the whole first 3 seasons, Tisha been mad at her for not cutting Mel off, basically.
So this is what I got to say about Kiki. Because I watched her lives and I've seen a lot of stuff. And I think Kiki is a very intelligent person. And she can be likable. I didn't like how she did Stormy though. I didn't like that at all. But one thing I can say,
or Tisha, to be honest.
Yeah. One thing I can say is I absolutely believe in this whole tick for tack comparison of the two. Them growing up
their whole life.
Their whole life. Now, the one thing I have to say about this, I feel like Kiki, it seemed like you had a lot going on in your life. You was a professor. You was on the level that Tisha's wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville, you should have left that alone. You should have let Tisha do her thing. I don't feel like you should have been trying to get on this show, period. I feel like that was Tisha's thing, but because y'all had this back and forth trying to outdo each other.
It wasn't Tisha's thing. That's why Kiki is so upset about it.
Why it wasn't Kiki's?
Well, but see, this is the thing. So Kiki was she was invited to be a part of the, one of the people that may have been chosen.
After.
And that's why Marceau and Tisha felt the need to tell Mel and Martell whatever it was they needed to tell.
Right, but this was after they were already on the show.
But I'm just saying, like, if she's still feeling the way, I'm not even mad at her for being on the show. If this is your shot, go do it. But you should have carried yourself different. All you had to say was, I'm not about to talk about that girl and her husband. That's my cousin. We ain't about to do that. And if she had done that, the whole thing would have went different. She could have,
She was invited to come on the show to talk stuff about Tisha.
But she and her husband. She didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You could have came.
She didn't have to do none of it. I feel like that was Tisha's thing.
Whatever y'all was bringing to the table initially, you could have kept trying to do that. And now you're coming in. First of all, Tisha and Kimmy, they're Scots. That's what that is. So you ain't about to be able to put a wedge in between there. But unfortunately, Kiki and Tisha been rivals.
They've been beefing. I wish she would have just stuck to doing her thing and writing her books and doing whatever and just staying out of all of that.
Girl, you know they want that spotlight. They can't walk away from it. Especially if she feels like Tisha and Marceau took something from her.
You was only invited to make them look bad. That was the only reason why you was invited to the show. Period. You weren't one of the original castmates. You was never gonna be one of the
Well,
original castmates.
what you did after you got invited was all on you. That's all
Yep.
I'm saying.
Yep. And basically, that's what Kimmy tried to tell her. At the end of the day, whether what you said was true or untrue, you shouldn't have just been discussing it in front of other people.
Not that particular group of people.
Nope. She was like, the company matters. The company that you were around matters, and you messed up.
Isn't that ironic, Tisha?
Yeah.
The company matters. The company matters.
And she let her know. She let her know at this point, you know, I'm trying to be in a better place with Tisha, and I'm not trying to have this conversation with you. So on that note,
like Kiki, you are not going to be able to align yourself with Kimmy. That's not going. You could have, like I said, if you would have came in and asked Stormy about her products or any other kind of thing. Plus, when that whole shit popped off over at the Valentine's Glam, whatever the hell that thing was.
mm-hmm.
When they called you on the phone, you said Stormy brought it up. So Stormy had an attitude because you brought her name in that shit anyway.
Mm-hmm. Child. So on this episode, you see Kimmy and the Scotts want their double dates because she's trying to make it better with Tisha, and that's what you see. Okay. So on this episode 11.
Was the dinner episode 11 or that was episode 10? They did have that dinner before.
Oh, that was the end of it. That was at the end of it.
They had that dinner. Yeah.
Now we on to 11, child. So we got.
But I will say this before you move on. When they were at that dinner and Kimmy was explaining to Tisha that she told Kiki that the company matters. I'm like, yeah, Tisha, just like Mel felt when you was talking to Destiny. You know what I'm saying? The company mattered. That's why Mel has an issue with it. It wasn't about what you said. Destiny keeps saying, I didn't say nothing. It ain't about that. It's the company in which you had that conversation.
But you know, Tisha only sees stuff her way when it happens to her.
Now, and I was like, that's funny because all of a sudden now you understand it. 1 minute you're like, what am I? How did I get to be the ops and the enemy? Now you understand.
She don't understand. She really don't.
She understands from her point of view.
Right.
That right. Having a conversation. I'm just saying it's the same shit.
Right.
Are we on to this ridiculousness that is the Bethlehem Hillbillies? Is that what we on to now?
Yeah, that's what we're getting ready to go to. That's what we're going to. So we're going to start off with Tiffany, okay? So Tiffany talked to her. Tiffany talked to her parents.
Wait, did Tiffany do a DNA test with her adopted daddy? Because she sure looked like it.
That her family looks like that's her real family. I'm like, this is your mom and dad.
Such a real father.
And how many DeBarges do y'all have? Y'all keep getting DeBarges and putting them on the show?
I knew you was gonna say that because he definitely looks like a father. But I was like, Tiffany, check with this nigga right here. Is he the daddy? Like, is that why he's so stressed out about you going on this journey? You gonna
find out who your daddy is? Yeah. Well, she told him she finna go look for her bio dad. You know, mom said she okay with it because, you know, she ain't find her dad till she was in her 30s. And, she said her mom told her she was Native American. I said she was something because I was looking at her too, like, Tina Marie, you got a little something in you. I don't know what it is, but it was just a little something in you.
Those strands was a little bit coarse.
Yeah, wasn't it? I was trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You
know, I was like, this is stupid. She's 34 years old. I'm gonna go ahead and she said she's 34, so I'm gonna leave her at 35.
Yeah.
So she's not a teenager baby. Like, where is her love gonna go? Like, it just seems it's silly for her father to feel away unless he didn't
say he felt that now. He said when she first found out
Oh,
that
okay.
she was adopted. He thought that she was gonna feel away, but now he good with it. This is just Tiffany not having a story. Okay, so now y'all just making up
I don't
stuff.
care.
Yeah, yeah. She said her mom had taught her who her bio father was, but Maury was like, "You are not the father," and then her mom quit talking to her. Okay.
You see my mic, y'all? I don't usually pull out my mic. Tiffany, your mama was a whore. Down to the Utah trying to pull up on some brothers.
Man. So Mel and Tiffany, they rolling down to Utah, okay? Mel don't know how to dress for a road trip. That's not how you look. She looked cute, but that wasn't road trip.
I'm filming today. I'm selling this 7th Avenue shit and I'm beat like this. And Mel looks amazing.
She tell her about her mom, stop talking to her, and Mel like, maybe she was ashamed, child, because she was in the wrong, and maybe that's a sore spot in her life that she don't know who your daddy is. You know what I'm saying?
Mel fell asleep. She didn't want to hear that shit no more than
I think it's funny. And I was like, I don't know if Mel really fell asleep while they were talking about the whole baby situation. But if not, production always make Tiffany seem like she's so long-winded and everybody tone out when she talks. So
I mean,
oh my goodness.
It's silly. I feel like Tiffany is conflating two different subjects. Like, do you want to have a baby and stop acting like you want to find your father based on the fact that you want to know what kind of, did you do all that with the last baby? That ain't what that.
Right. And I only want to know strictly for medical, and that's it. That's not true. That's not why people want to know their family. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just
it's okay to say, I just want to know who the man is. Like, I just want to look.
Right.
Because I mean, I'm not adopted, but if I was, I feel like I would, whether we have a relationship or not, I want to be able to lay eyes on these people, even if I don't have no type of relationship.
Look here. That's why we all on
23andMe and
Ancestry and all of that. We just want to see where we come from. We want to see, we want to look. How many times didn't I call you and like, well, you got a picture of granddaddy? Because I ain't never.
And I mean, at the end of the day, Tiffany is doing well for herself. It's such that, her history, like that her mama was some floozy out here trying to run over to the town where only the Black people live, where she wasn't even supposed to have her hot tail over there, getting pregnant by somebody that nobody knows who it is.
Well, let's talk about that. So they go to this newspaper shop, which did not make zero sense to me. I'm just gonna say I believe all of this right here is production. All this shit is made up right here. This part right here, all of this
place where they had a bunch of boxes and files stuck up on it.
All this is fake. Yep, this is fake. They doing research trying to find the school and all of this that the mom probably went to. They go through a bunch of stuff, and
clearly she didn't even live there though. That man said all the white folks left the town when the Black people moved in.
Well, they left the schools. They went and created their own school because they didn't want to go to school with the Black folks when the Black folks took over the school system.
The tracks on the other side.
Yeah, they went over there and they created their own school. I don't know
if it's like that still, but remember how back in the day we would go as far as Marco's, the corner store, but we would.
It's still like that. Not that we won't go past, we'll go past, but it's still we on one side of the street and they on the other side.
But I mean, back when I used to live there, we didn't even go down there. We didn't go over there. And that's like literally one street. So I feel like it was probably like that.
Well, so as they're looking through a bunch of newsletters, they see a lot of go back to Africa and KKK stuff in this 1987.
You know what's funny? Because you think they kept saying 1987 and lynching and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But what is that movie with Halle Berry? Oh, Monsters Ball. I remember watching Monsters Ball with Tony, and it took place somewhere, Mississippi, Alabama, something like that. And Tony said, "What year is this?" I was like, "Now."
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for us, that sounds crazy, but I'm guessing in Utah, Alabama, not so much.
But is it really though? Because remember, I told you I had watched a documentary on Netflix, and it was about something that happened in Georgia, and it was in the 80s, and it was the same situation. It was a man messing around with a white woman, and they killed him. But
I mean, in the 80s, Oprah had that whole Forsyth County thing on her show.
Everybody thinking like that happened in the 80s, but let's not forget, Toya ex-husband, what's his name, Miss Hicks, they lynched his daddy, and that was in the 2000s. Okay, he was down there, and I'm not gonna act like, first of all, with all this stuff that's going on with Trump and all of that,
George Floyd didn't get lynched, but he kind of did, like on the internet.
I mean, and I'm not gonna act like we right here in Michigan, and this is these white folks running around in Ann Arbor, okay, because y'all put everything on YouTube in the dang on woods, the Wolverine, whatever y'all call yourself. Okay, like they had a whole special on 20.
The Patriots was out there getting ready to, yeah.
That. So at the end of the day, quit telling us, quit tripping. Slavery was so long ago. Get over it. We can't get over nothing because y'all still doing it.
And slavery was not that long ago.
It wasn't. And quit saying that. Like, if y'all tell us to get over something one more time, slavery was so long ago. Okay, but my grandmama was in it, so it wasn't that long ago. If I could say my grandmama, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. And let's not forget, did y'all watch Emmett Till? Well, at the end of the movie, they let you know they just now passed the anti-slavery.
I actually didn't finish watching that. I just couldn't.
It was so sad. But they let you know at the end of the movie, y'all know this year they just passed the anti-lynching law. Like, it's been legal. It was legal up until a couple of months ago.
That has to be a law. And you know what else is insane? Like, you're talking about lynching. They done made a law where it's okay to wear your natural hair to work. Like,
because honestly,
we can't even go somewhere with our regular hair.
No, you can't. Because I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there because y'all want me to pay y'all this $15,000 for the certificate that don't work. But when I went to Ross Medical Education Center for medical billing office administration, that I paid all this money, and then after I got my certificate and everything, y'all want to, doctor's office want to pay you $9 and $10, so I never went into it. So really, I'm not going to pay y'all this money. But with that being said, you're told in class like this, I can't wear my hair like that because it's not professional enough. I had to wear my hair back in a ponytail, nice and neat, because that wasn't a professional look. But I go to the doctor's office, you see them with tattoos, you see them with all this bright color hair.
This is what I do. I've been doing it for the last years. Just recently, I would say in the last month, I had a client come in. No, not one of my regular clients, a new person to the salon. And it was a baby, like a 2-year-old baby, biracial baby. So this baby is very light complected with blue eyes, blonde hair, but the hair is curly. To me, it's straight hair. You know what I'm saying? It's straight hair and curled. It's not kinky hair. Mm-hmm. So the mother is acting like, oh my God, I have to cut this. I don't know what to do with it. And I'm looking at it like, what do you mean? She's a baby. Like, what is it that you want to do with it? You got this blue-eyed, blonde hair baby, and because her hair is in a curl pattern, all of a sudden you freaking out like you don't know what to do. Well, the baby was little, So it was a little like, I'm looking at the mama, it's first thing in the morning, and I'm looking at the mother like, if she's not ready to get a haircut, then I don't feel like doing it because I got shit to do today and playing with your baby and this beautiful hair that you acting like is somehow a problem. Like, I don't even know why we're here right now. So after I cut her hair, one of my coworkers was commenting on, wish the mama would have left the baby alone, like the less talking that the mother did to the baby was more calm. And then follow that up with, and I mean, okay, so my hair is of a certain texture. I realize that. But don't talk to me crazy like I'm supposed to be thinking like on your same page. So then this person looked at me and said, at least it wasn't like that real kinky, tight hair. And I was like, I've never had an issue with the texture. Like that wasn't the issue for me. The issue was I don't really like cutting baby's hair. And if the baby ain't ready to sit in the chair and get a haircut, then that's my issue. But it was just like the whole idea that this person came to me and felt like it was okay to say, at least it wasn't that kinky hair. And I'm like, so what, how am I supposed to receive that? So we talk about hair. This is something as minute as hair that you can't even go to a job with, based on how it grows out of your head. And not only that, like to be mentally pressing it into us, like I get told to straighten my hair all the time. Why? It ain't straight enough for you. I guess I'm not light enough for you. Like, and we supposed to just, like you said, we supposed to just forget about it. That was old. That was a long time ago.
Say get over it. Get over it. So all of this happened in 1987. No, it's not. Oh my God, that happened in 87. It's happening right now. Right now.
And y'all in a little small town in Alabama. So let's don't act like that's shocking. It's probably still happening.
And I'm pretty sure it's a lot going on in Huntsville too.
Because that man was way too anxious to tell that story. And I was way too anxious to turn that shit off. I was over it. I'm like, now I'm feeling the way. Why are we here, Tiffany?
And so after the horror story that was told, that your daddy's probably lynched because, he got a white woman pregnant. Then they set up this fake man across the street and said,
why they try to act like that man just happened to be there?
With the boom, we seen the boom mic and everything hanging over him. Y'all done already had a conversation with this man. Y'all go over there like, oh, look, Mr. Black Man, let's go ask you. Oh yeah, I know your mama. She looked familiar. Her and her friends used to hang around us black boys, but now I ain't hear nothing about your daddy being lynched. I was like, all of this is.
You ain't knew who it was. You knew who she was, but you ain't know who she was hanging out with. She was already pregnant when she
her and her other little white friend. Y'all used to hang around all of it. Hell, all of them, any of them could be your daddy.
Run that test around there to that barbershop where that man works.
Yeah.
You know what's funny in small towns like that? Back in the day, Uncle Matt went to Apalachicola and literally just was like, hey, you know any Baxters? And they were like, yeah. That's how the small towns go. So
yeah. So when you showed her your mama picture, he said, yeah, I know her. They knew her name.
They know her.
That was White Tracy. Everybody knew White Tracy.
And he knows somebody that knows her. Who she
I don't remember her name, but go see such and such. She knows.
Right. Because Uncle Matt came back with a whole long story. He done found their brothers and their sisters, them small towns like that. I mean, Flint is kind of like that. If we don't know each other,
we know somebody who knows somebody. Anytime anything happen, I ask. If I don't know somebody, I ask somebody. Somebody knows something and knows somebody. What is it? How many degrees of separation is it supposed to be in the
7 or 6?
So it's 2 here. It's 2. Yeah. It's 2 degrees. Child, my son teaches in Bessemer.
This is where I'm done, girl. Go ahead, run it.
They want to go see Wanda's food truck, child, which actually is a mail truck that they trying to convert into a food truck. Did y'all see that? Okay. So in order to do that, it's going to cost them $40,000 to convert this truck and get it up and running. So Marcel want to know from Tisha, what are we doing? Are we giving her this money or are we loaning her the money? And Tisha's like, we're giving her the money.
I want Tisha and Marcel to stop acting like they got $40,000 to just throw away.
Here's the thing. Well, first I want to say this. See, this is what Tisha do. Tisha, whenever he get caught or something like that, because you know he got caught, she's like, okay, so I'm gonna play dumb, but you finna come off this money. So Tisha was very confident you gonna give her this money because I'm rolling with what you saying, but you finna do this. Okay.
I mean, I'm not mad at that, but Tisha, what are we doing though? I like I've said, like, Tisha, do you have 40 G's to throw away on some like potatoes with dinner on top? Or maybe some shrimp, because she do be having shrimp.
She be having shrimp.
Shrimp girl.
Here's the thing though, she don't care. That's her way of making Marcel pay.
That's dumb.
And here's the thing, y'all going back and forth about fixing up this truck. Y'all just go get the girl. Y'all know this truck ain't gonna work. You know it ain't gonna. Why we talking like this? Go find another truck. This is not the only truck. It
don't have to be a brand new truck, but y'all can find a truck. Like once you got an old car that doesn't run, it's gonna be an old car that doesn't run. Don't your truck need to be able to drive in order to be a mobile restaurant?
Why we acting like we really finna use this truck when we know we not?
Because
what my boy say? What's our boy that make the egg rolls? He didn't already broke down them different prices of what you can have. You ain't even got to start off with a truck that big. She could have something that she pulling on the back of the pickup truck.
70. He said 70.
And that's for that big, and that's a brand new truck.
So instead of investing 40 in a dump truck, why not just go ahead but why are we giving Wanda anything? That doesn't make sense to me.
Because that's her mama.
So what?
So she gonna do it because that's Tisha. And so when Marcel make mad, she make her mad. He got to spend the money. That's I'm already people how they
can sell potatoes. Do we want that? Do we want potatoes with macaroni, cheese, collard greens, green beans, cornbread, and
them people in Bessemer want it? Because one thing about it is them lines was lined up. Okay, so them people down there in Bessemer, they want them potatoes. So let her go down there and be a little local. She already a local celebrity in Bessemer. They gonna go down there just because it's Wanda.
I can't eat Wanda's food. I need my food to be cooked with love.
Well, we ain't gonna eat it.
Wanda is the devil, and I can't eat that shit because I'm afraid my system ain't gonna accept
we ain't eating it, but somebody gonna eat them potatoes. Okay, she a little local celebrity.
And them go eat it. Do you want T-Man cooking your food?
T-Man can't do nothing for me. Look here. So, we at Wanda Show Enough Kitchen. Okay, Show Enough Kitchen on wheels. Wanda family is there. They gonna try out her food for her food truck, and hopefully they can talk Marcel into getting her this truck. Okay, so T-Man, he gonna be cooking the food, and then one of the cousins gonna be taking the orders, and one of the other cousins is gonna be taking the money. They got it already planned out how they finna spend Marcel money. Okay.
All them in that little bitty ass truck.
They too big. Them girls wasn't small, but we
are. One sister with the 5 kids, she gonna have to take the money outside the truck. The register gonna have to be on outside of the truck.
If they get a pickup truck like old boy had, just pull it. Y'all can't have one of them things, child. So T-Man tell cousin Tiffany, the one you talking about got to be outside taking the money, that he is expecting the baby. And then the girlfriend was sitting there and she got mad, child, because she didn't want nobody to know that she was pregnant because 1, she just found out, and 2, he ain't divorced yet. Okay, so then T-Man tells Tisha.
T-Man went and made an announcement to everyone.
The whole world.
After she said don't say anything, he proceeded to go keep on telling people.
He went and told Tisha.
Like, well, the cat's out of the bag now. So
He said they gonna find out anyway. T-Man had told her from the out. T-Man, I hope this gonna work against you when you're divorced, T-Man. I hope you know that. Like T-Man, you ain't fully.
Don't say nothing else to Marceau about being in infidelities or none of that. You're not. Just shut up, T-Man.
Well, he tells.
What is his name? Because he's too damn grown to be called T-Man.
T-Man. That's probably his name.
He got 3 children. Is them 2 children the ones that Wanda? Is them his kids? The ones that Wanda got?
She said it's. I'm prone to believe that the kids.
It seemed like because she wasn't happy about the announcement at all.
Yeah. So Tisha like, look here, boy. Why you want to use protection? He said protection. That's back in the old days. We don't use protection.
Old days.
T-Man nasty as hell. Y'all finna have T-Man over there.
That's why she don't want nobody to know. She done messed around and let T-Man shoot up the club. And he hit a target. Now she's attached to that. Them are her in-laws. To me, they all look like a bunch of cousins.
I mean, it's Bessemer, child. So then Tiffany with the 5 kids tell Tisha, look here, I'm finna go through a divorce, okay? It look like they all is dependent on Tisha.
I just met these people. Why?
Why is they doing this? Because everybody's speculating that they finna get their own little spinoff. So that's why we getting these little backstories on all of these people.
I don't want that.
It's Wanda and the gang.
When Honey Boo Boo came out, and I tried to watch Honey Boo Boo one episode because everybody was like, Honey Boo Boo, Honey Boo Boo. And I was like, I don't understand what these people are saying. And they had subtitles in order for you to know what they were saying. And I feel like this is the Black version of that. I don't want that.
It's coming. Because Marceau said she will be taping with us. So it's gonna be Wanda in the gang.
No, I'm not. I'm tapping out. Y'all can have that. I can't stand Wanda's ass on Instagram. Not doing it. I'm not tuning in to T-Man and Wanda because I am too old to be losing brain cells that I need to hold on to for my elderly years.
Well, let's not forget about cousin Bernard, because Bernard was over there calling out Marceau.
Not the minion. Not what we got, a magnet.
He said, what he said, y'all was calling me a Dominican.
You was calling me a Dominican. You was calling me a Dominican, Marceau.
Well, look here. He said Marceau was controlling and a freak. You both of them, okay? You both of them.
Husband in front of a firing squad. Like, I don't have a single cousin, niece, nephew, sister. Y'all not about to do that.
I said that. I said they all sat up there and was going at him. And I said, if it had been the tables turned and Marceau family was going off on Tisha like that, it would have been an issue.
Who's doing that?
She should have hurried up and said, look here, y'all not gonna be all up in my man like that. Like back up. Who
there was literally 7 people standing there yelling at him, like
yelling at him. She liked that mess. She liked that. She sit back like she sit back and let Wanda do that. She liked that. And then she's finally gonna say something. I'm not okay, y'all. I'm not naive. I is smart. And I know how to research what I need to know. And Bernard was like, I beg a differ. I said, I beg a differ too, Bernard. Now shit, now that's one time I'm on your side, okay? Sure.
Where did they find Bernard at?
But Marceau said he don't know where Bernard came from, but he better leave me alone because I'm about to knock Bernard ass out. That's what he
don't look like he were for real related to them. Like who?
He said he don't think he related. But Bernard be on them lies with Wanda too, though.
And she don't let him talk either. He always be telling to talk, she be telling to shut up. But what I'm saying is, them jeans over there is real strong. All them looking like
Bernard in-law.
To Kiki, to all They all look alike, and
Is
not
Bernard the
Bernard.
boyfriend? We seen the husband. Is he the boyfriend?
I don't know why that husband brought his ass there. Ain't no way in hell I'll bring my ass on national TV for her to be like, oh, that's the husband. Where's the boyfriend? Because she does always be online with Bernard.
Oh my God, child. Well, they gave him a break because Wanda said the food was ready. And
She said, get some of these shrimp. If you want some shrimp, with some shrimp over there.
child. Well, they steady going in. T-Man over there trying to get Marceau to get this truck up and running because now he finna have this other baby. So he really need this to work out. Okay. And
She said he's always complaining about finances. I said, translation, he broke.
He broke. And they all depending on Tisha. Tisha been running down there being a savior. And that's what the problem is.
Well, I'm glad to know that if I ever like hit the jackpot, ain't no new friends, new cousins, none of that.
She got enough. Half of the town looked like shit. It was just her family there. So shit, she got enough.
So Bernard is over here still mad because Marceau said they came from the other side of the track.
That was so last season, Bernard.
First season, but Bernard Jones is definitely from the other side of the tracks. Like, I'm not. I mean,
didn't Kiki already say something to him about that?
They over there being builders and things, and y'all's over here doing what? Trying to turn a trash truck into a food truck with some potatoes with the whole dinner on top. Do you want one of the potatoes? You want an egg roll though, don't you? Just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, y'all, Kiki then came in, and that's how it went off. So I guess it's gonna pop off next week. But they said Marceau and Kiki husband got into it. So okay, so before we end this, so did you see the other chick? Did you see her? The other chick, the chick that's supposed to be the one that Marceau kicking it with? Did you see her?
One, what, Tisha's cousin that he supposed to have a baby with?
No. This girl is the girl he went to school with that looked like Tisha. That he has hired to be Tisha's stylist. And then they show Tisha and no girl wearing that same green dress with the gloves. I'm gonna have to show you to her, and then you see him.
I want Tisha's blonde wig to go away. I don't know why, what that's all about. It's
because that girl probably wear it.
It's like she's trying to do shit that Mel does still.
Or this girl, y'all think it's Mel, but it's this girl. So Tisha be on this girl page too. And she trying to, you can see her style is a lot like, I mean, I know the girl has styled her, but it's a lot of similarities. And then the girl, they had proof what the girl was down in Atlanta the same time Marceau was in Atlanta. They had the places that Marceau was at that she tagged.
Well, it definitely wouldn't surprise me because Marceau is that cocky that he thinks he can pull some shit like all up in her face like that.
But then Tisha's on the girl page, you know, liking her photos and stuff. So she's definitely watching.
Live with the hairdresser that he was supposed to be messing with. Tisha, y'all listen. I don't want the Bessemer. Where is they from? I don't want that. I don't want no more T-Man. I don't want no Bernard. I don't want to find out about Tiffany's daddy. I hope she find out who her daddy is or not. I don't want no more of that. Like, quit playing.
So what's going on?
You know what's sad is because it was so much drama with Mel and Martell, and y'all like ate it all up and, you know, had a good time, like acting like these two were, you know, the meat on the platter. Now they're divorced, so there's no more of that. And now it's turning
to switch to Marceau and Tisha.
Making shit up. Y'all were perfectly happy, like, because Mel and Martell, their whole shit played out on the show, on the internet. Babies was born, birthday parties didn't happen. We done seen a lot of their personal shit. Tiffany, nobody gives a shit about your biological father. What is you and Whitlow doing over there? Why he don't want to do shit but watch TV? He looks like that nigga that sit around watching TV.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tiffany was a bad addition to the show. Stormy gonna quit on y'all asses. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Yeah.
Watching her live, she didn't pretty much had enough with all of y'all Negroes. And she like, I do this for real, and I'm not finna do this with y'all. I really think
That's
she
the
won't
thing,
be
like
back.
honestly, like y'all keep talking about Black excellence, and I'm okay with that. I'm not one of those people that always got to see the drama. That whole thing, like watching Mel and Martell, we had to know it's not always that. That was something that blew up like as a fluke, and it happened in front of us. We didn't expect that. I would love to see what Stormy is doing over there in terms of us learning how to make money. Y'all sitting around Maurice and Marcel pretending like they handling business, but they ain't doing shit. So you went from needing Martell and Mel for money to you can just throw $40,000 over there to Wanda and all of them. And it ain't nothing in Bessemer looking like Black excellence to me, Marcel. Just saying, because that was him. It was like, what happened? We're like entrepreneurs and builders and real estate moguls, and that's what you wanted us to see? Wanda and her nasty ass shrimp potatoes?
That's what Tisha want.
Okay, well.
And he got to give it to her because he out in these streets.
For the blonde wig.
He got to give it to her.
Real quick before we move along. off. Did you watch Carlos' show?
I did watch Carlos.
Hmm.
I did watch Carlos.
So Destiny got a man at home?
Yeah, I seen him. I seen that online a couple of about a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Mm-hmm.
She divorced her husband because of his mama. Destiny, shut the fuck up.
I thought she was really finna tell us the tea.
No, she's not.
Child.
But even if she don't want to tell us that, like, I don't feel like I'm required to know what happened with the downfall of her marriage. But let's see her try to build her business. Like, y'all ain't doing nothing that makes sense. Besides, I ain't never asked to go to Utah, Oklahoma. No, Utah, what? Alabama? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Utah, EUTAW, Utah. Utah. D, go ahead and close us out.
Smack the thunder button, scratch that channel. I thought that y'all was talking this whole time.
We was. It was a long one. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Let the people see your tan, D. You looking all tan and everything.
He gone.
Bye, y'all.